प्रिन्सिपल मॅडम म्हणाला की कमीत कमी 50% मुलांनी तरी बिझनेसमॅन व्हावं म्हणून, बरोबर आहे? माझी अशी इच्छा आहे की प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्यांनी व्हावं. आर यू विथ मी? Can we all clap for the management of this lovely organization? There are 3 advantages of clapping. First advantage is it helps your blood circulation. Second advantage is if you are feeling a little lazy, you freshen up. Third advantage is if your neighbor is sleeping, he wakes up. So that was for that, and I am thankful for the people who have organized this program, the management of this college, my very dear friend and a very dynamic personality, Uttara Mone, Professor Godbole, who has helped us to get into this arrangement, Dr. Awad, who has been instrumental, and all the other people in this college. I would like to also acknowledge the presence of my very dear friend, Mr. Nagu Chidambaram, if you can just stand up. He is a businessman from Chennai. Currently there is a lot of Chennai flavor everywhere, right? So my friend is an industrialist in Chennai, and I want to introduce another very interesting personality. I just want to showcase as an example of age is no barrier if you need and if you decide to achieve something in life. I would like to introduce a very little friend of mine. Her name is Isha Nagappan. That's Nagu's daughter. The interesting part about this little girl, whom you will very soon see as a celebrity, at this young age, when she has not even crossed her 10th standard, she has authored a book called Alisha. Isn't that fantastic? Can we clap? Entrepreneurship is a thought. It needs to begin at the right age. To do something different, you just have to start thinking differently. That's all. If you start it at young age, you can become a very successful entrepreneur because your attention becomes focused. That is what is the initiative of Udyog Prerna, to excite you at a very young age so that you start looking at life differently, and rather than accepting whatever comes your way, you start planning what you intend to be doing in the rest of your life. Friends, one small suggestion to you. All the youngsters over here, the best asset that you have with you is your lifespan, the time that you have. Okay? The age difference between you and me is the time that I've already lost, whereas you have got that time on hands. The next 5 years of your life is going to define the balance 60 years of your life. So you just need to be focused and planned and calculative only for the next 5 years. You need to go out of your way, you need to put extra efforts and make sure that you have a plan in place. A plan, my friends, is a very important one-page document, a flowchart of how your life is going to flow and make you successful. If you have a plan in hand, you can do a 12 months job in 1 month's time. If you don't have a plan in hand, even 1 week's job will not be finished in 24 months time. So it's necessary that you plan. It takes nothing to make a plan. It just takes a thought. You just need to begin. And if you can begin now, nothing like it. I would just like to tell you one more thing. The only resource that can never be earned back. You can spend any amount of money and you can earn it back. But the only resource that you can never get back is your time. You need to be very cautious, more cautious than spending money. You need to very cautiously spend time. Every moment that you spend today has to be result oriented. I'm sure everybody at this age wants to have fun, wants to enjoy life. That's fine. Apart from that, if you can maximize the investment of time in the right direction, you all will be very successful. Let me share some bare facts with you, my young friends. India is the youngest country in the world. Everybody knows that. I'm not saying something new. Every 6th human being on planet Earth is an Indian. Every 6th human being on planet Earth is an Indian, which means 1/6 of the population of the world are Indians. Whatever we face as problems are opportunities in disguise. There is a reason why I want to explain you some basic facts before I jump onto entrepreneurship. And those bare facts are, if we don't have 24 hours electricity, it is not a problem, it is an opportunity. We don't have proper roads, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. We don't have 24 hours water connections, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. Economics says a very powerful statement. It says, expenditure in the economy leads to income to the people. Which means, for the next 50 years, whatever investments are going to happen in this country for infrastructure, this investments in the form of wealth is going to your and my doorstep. We need to be prepared, not as employees. We need to be prepared as entrepreneurs to encash this opportunity. We need to be ready for that. Friends, historically, in every history subject we have read that India was a gold mine, and that has come true. Every country in the world, every successful company in the world wants to have something to do with India. Everybody in the world is scared of India. Why are they scared? They are not scared because we might be having nuclear weapons. They are scared because we might snatch their business opportunities. That is the fear that they have in their hearts. And that is the fear that we want to convert into a reality. If you want to attack any country, don't attack them with guns and bombs and bullets. Attack them economically. This world today is a world of economic warfare. And we as a country, India as a country, is going to win this war hands down. Why? Because we have the largest army of young soldiers who are going to become entrepreneurs. Just one thing to remember, friends. In the coming days, competition is not going to be between two companies or two products or two countries. Competition is going to be between the capabilities of two individuals. And this competition can be won by the best education, by the best knowledge that you take. And I classify education into two parts. 40% of the education is what you get in classrooms like this college. But 60% of the education, you get it in your real lifetime. Whenever you try to deploy the academic qualification to solve practical problems, the process that you go through is the balance 60% of the knowledge that you gain. We need to be extraordinarily knowledgeable people. India is considered as a knowledge economy. That's the reason the rest of the world is scared from us. We need to gain as much knowledge as possible. Even if 10 Mercedes cars participate in a race, only one Mercedes car will win. And why will it win? It will win because the person who is driving that car has driven it in the best possible way. So we need to be drivers of this economy which can drive our own enterprises to victory. This is the world of globalization. Globalization has advantages and globalization has disadvantages. The advantage of globalization is technology and the business prospects these days has converted the whole world into a small village. Global opportunities are encashed by Indians, and it can also happen vice versa. For it not to happen vice versa, we need to become powerful entrepreneurs, and that is what this session is all about. Let me tell you, friends, any individual, any family, any society, any state or any country can be successful only on the number of entrepreneurs it has. Not on the number of people it has, not on the number of employees it has, but it can be successful only on the number of entrepreneurs that it has. And we need to make that sure that it happens. Every successful country in the world has become successful not because of their labor force, not because of their job class category. They have become successful because they have entrepreneurs in a very, very large numbers. That is what we need to be one day, very soon. The younger you start, the better it is. One suggestion I would like to share with you is a suggestion which I implemented it myself. I started younger, but I will recommend each individual sitting in over here that after you cross your 10+2, it is mandatory that each one of you gets into at least a part-time job. The objective of the part-time job is not to earn money only. Money should be earned. It is not to be earning money only, but the objective of your part-time job is that you need to take life experience. हिंदी में एक कहावत है, जहां ना पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंचे कवि. What does that mean? Where the sun rays cannot reach, a poet can reach that distance. जहां ना पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंचे कवि, और जहां ना पहुंचे कवि वहां पहुंचे अनुभवी. Even where the poet can't reach, an experienced person can reach. That is the experience that we need to gain out of the part-time jobs that we can start at a very young age. And if you can do this, nothing like it. Because whatever you learn in a classroom environment, the same knowledge will be deployed during your part-time job, and that will give you capability. That will build your capability, that will make you a global player. So try to start as young as possible. India is going to have glorious days ahead. Already there is depression in the rest of the world, but India is a world in a country. We are not depending on the external world as much as the other countries do, because of which the impact of recession is not as bad as it is in the developed countries like the Europe and the United Kingdom and the United States of America. We are a world in a country. Even if we are able to satisfy the needs of the people who are within this country itself, we don't have to depend on anybody in this world. Just satisfy the requirements of fellow Indians, and it's a big business opportunity. The rest of the world will develop India as a country because they want business opportunities and we are their customers. One ex-Prime Minister of United Kingdom had once insulted this country by saying that India is not a nation, India is a population. Unfortunately, he is no more, but if he would have been alive today, he would have realized that there are more Indians in United Kingdom today than there were Britishers when they ruled us. One fact. Second fact, Indians are the major drivers of United Kingdom. Third fact, a few days back I was traveling on Linking Road. Every foreigner wants to start some activity in India, and there was a big dugout on the main road. They were putting a 3-meter water pipe in that road, and I saw a white Britisher in that gutter, and he was organizing how it should be done. Probably he was a white engineer, but at last business economics has brought the Britisher where he should rightfully be in India. He is come to the gutters now because he is looking out for opportunities. He wants to make money. Friends, 40 years back there was no oil in the Gulf. The richest Arab used to ride a camel. Today, the poorest of Arabs has got 4 Mercedes cars in his garage. After another 40 years, oil will be over. The Mercedes cars will be there, but they will have to call the camels to pull them after the oil is over. With India, nothing of that sort is going to happen. We are going to be perpetually wealthy because we have brains with us. We have knowledge, we have intelligence. The rest of the world today depends on India to support their functioning. The call centers, the knowledge centers, the exports, all is happening from India. Everything is happening from India. And I would like to share one very good fact to you all. Every successful country in the world, every successful company in the world has become successful because the brilliant Indians, the most intelligent Indians left the country and went to those countries, went to those companies and made them big. They have a lion's share in the success of those countries and the success of those companies. The same Indians today are coming back to India because there is no work in those countries and opportunities are coming up in this country. Friends, yesterday we celebrated our Independence Day. When we got independent, I will explain how entrepreneurship was then, how it is today and what it will be in the future. When India got its independence, only those people were wealthy who had muscle power. Jiski lathi usi ki bhains. They had people, they had their own small armies, and by threatening others and grabbing opportunities, grabbing properties, they created a lot of wealth. That phase went over. Then came another era where intelligent Indians made a lot of money. And these intelligent Indians made a lot of money with the intelligence that they had. Now the era has changed. Only those entrepreneurs will be able to make money who are intelligent and at the same time have a very strong connect with their heart. And this type of entrepreneurship is known as social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship means that a businessman is there in the society not only to make money but also to give back to the society, which is called as learn how to earn, but learn, then you earn, and once you earn, make sure that you give back. Any organization, any enterprise which does this will be successful because it will be backed by people. And who are people? People are ultimately their customers. Any organization, any enterprise which respects the people by giving back to the society will always be respected by the society and made bigger. Tata as an enterprise is one such organization where when you say Tata, the adjective which appears in our mind is trust. So we need to build, as social entrepreneurs, we need to build enterprises which will generate that kind of an emotion, and people at large will support those enterprises. In the coming days, you are not going to get jobs. You are going to work as consultants. You are going to work as business partners. You are going to work on assignments. You won't have the comfort of going for a 9 to 5 job or a 10 to 6 job. You have to be on your own. For that, if you prepare from now onwards, it will be brilliant. Friends, doing business is easy, not difficult at all. It just starts with a thought. And business is nothing but making people's life easy. So what business do I start when I start the business? It is a very valid thought, a very powerful thought which needs answers at this age. We need to start that type of a business which can solve some problem in the society. Every problem in the society is an opportunity. We need to identify it right. With whatever speed you travel in the wrong direction, you will never reach your destination. It is very important that you identify the direction that you want to travel in and then make a plan to go forward. It is a very simple formula on how you can identify on which business you should start and whether the business that you are starting is a social enterprise or not. Just answer 5 questions. I will spell them out. If those 5 questions are answered, you are onto a business which is a social enterprise, and the economy, the society, the people will support you to grow that business enterprise. The first question is, what is the pain that will be solved by you doing the business? The first P, there are 5 P's. The first P is pain. What is the pain of the society that you will solve by doing that business? Second P, the second P is going to be the purpose. What is the purpose of your enterprise to do that business? If the purpose is going to be purely making profits, purely making money, your enterprise will survive but will not succeed in a large enterprise. Your purpose should not be solely profiteering. Profiteering is important, but that should not be your sole purpose. The third P is promise. As an enterprise owner, as a business owner, what is the promise that you would want to make to your customers? That's very important. Once you define that promise, people will believe you. And once they believe you, you need to answer the fourth P. And the fourth P is proof. Whenever you make a promise to somebody, there also needs to be a proof that you have fulfilled that particular promise. If you can create this, answer the pain point, understand the purpose, make a promise, and create a proof to solve that promise, whether that promise has been fulfilled or not. Then comes the fifth P. And the fifth P is a very important P which is known as people. If you have the right people with you who think the way you think, selecting people in an organization is as important as selecting a human being for the rest of your life, for selecting a husband or for selecting a wife. It is equally important. The right team wins. If you have a wrong person in your team who does not match with your ideology, the enterprise will not be successful. Jaisa Raja, Vaisi Praja. और गंगा भी ऊपर से बहती है. So I need to have people in my team who think like me, have the same mission, wants to walk the same journey with me, along with me. If these 5 P's are answered well, you are getting into the right business model. A very common question is, I don't have money, so how do I start a business? You don't need money to start a business. You need an idea to start a business. You need a will to start a business. You need a confidence to start a business. And you need an extraordinary ability. You need an extraordinary capability which will induce the others to do business with you. And if you have these qualities, money will chase you. People will want to invest money with you because they are confident that you will multiply their money. So it's not a problem at all. If you don't have money, that is absolutely not a problem. But if you don't have an idea, that is a big question mark. A man with an idea will never sleep hungry. And a man with any amount of money and no ideas will exhaust that money very soon. Even if it is a gold mine. You get me? Everything that you see, our 2 eyes are the most beautiful cameras made by God. Whatever you see, if you can click and learn from it, life will be wonderful, becoming successful will be easy. And learn from every human being that you meet. Read as much as possible. And if you don't have time to read, then try to meet people who read a lot so that you can learn from them by a conversation. Friends, this is knowledge economy. This is the knowledge era. People who will people who will give great answers are not intelligent people anymore. But people who ask the right questions are considered as the most intelligent people, because to ask the right questions, you need to have complete knowledge on that subject. Be a knowledge powerhouse. Gain as much knowledge as possible. The whole ecosystem around you is teaching you something at every point of time. We need to understand what is in it for me to learn, to adapt and grow in life. That's all, friends. I will not take more time of you all. I will tell you the 4th advantage of clapping. And the 4th advantage of clapping is, when the speaker doesn't stop speaking, you should start clapping just like that, so that he stops. It is lovely talking to you all, friends. Thank you.